Hi guys, welcome to the workshop on ATMA. This video talks about the ATMA overview, about what is coming in ATMA, what is not coming in ATMA. So this health check video gives you the complete detailed analysis of where you stand and how much improvement you need in the ATMA exam. Yeah, so be with me for the next few minutes. I'll give you the complete overview about the exam. Yeah, if I start with the overall, there are total 180 questions to be done. That's the second largest number of question based paper after CET. Yep, and allocate time again 3 hours. So run about 30 minutes, 30 questions, 6 sections overall, section 1 to 6, and 30 minutes. That's your typical time allocation that you should give. Fine, to start with. Alright, so this is how I normally break the section wise. So half an hour will be given per section. Yep. So if you go to section wise, 2 sections based on logic, 2 sections based on quant, 2 sections based on verbal. That's a typical trend. And you got half an hour per section. Yep. So how we can optimize that we'll talk about later on. That I will obviously spend more time on quant and less time on verbal. Yep. So we can double check the answer if we get time to do that. Are you getting me? Yep. So that's your overall about the exam. Yep. The problem is that there's a section time allocated for each section. So you have to do these 30 questions within 30 minutes. So you can't like save your time here and use it for some other area. For example, if my speed in verbal is fast, so I'll complete this section 15 minutes and do more time for quant 45 minutes. You can't do that. You have to give equal time. That's the main problem of the exam. Fine. So let's look at the last year paper. This was a typical trend. The first 30 questions were based on logic, next 30 quant, next 30 verbal, again quant, logic, verbal. That was a trend which was there last year. Yep. Your target scores, these are your target scores in ATMA, 130 out of 180. That's what you need for the top B schools. Yep, that's the target score. Basically, if you are targeting 99 percentile, 90.99 percentile, 130 will be the target, should be the target. Alright, so let's now move to the section wise. First section talking about is the logic section. Out of the total question on logic, the problem was the 18 questions were based on verbal reasoning, statement argument, statement conclusion, statement inference, all this topic combined 18 questions. That this will be the scary section. Traditional 16 questions, coding, decoding, all those topics together. Selection criteria 5 questions, that's exactly same as that coming in CET as well, and logical puzzles arrangement 20 questions. That's your typical trend. Level of difficulty is not that high, easy to medium. Yep, so that's the first section. Now if you're a Cetking student, you got a lot of questions on verbal reasoning and traditional RC in your logic book, so that will be more than sufficient for you to cover up all these topics. Alright, so what you have to work on now? You have to work on the traditional logic based questions, 16 questions with it. Verbal reasoning 18 questions. If you are a Cetking student, there are 10 workshops in your login ID along with the shortcut workshops which will help you out to get better marks here. Yep. Followed by your arrangement puzzles 20 questions. These are the 3 most important topics. Yep. Please remember there is 1/3 negative marking in this exam. So it's a very accuracy based exam. Yep. Alright, move to the second part, quant section. If I look at the exam, the algebra is the most important part, 5 questions. Percentages 5 questions. So again, profit and loss, percentage ratio, simple interest, compound interest. Arithmetic is a huge number. Followed by geometry 2 questions, probability 2 questions, permutation combination 2 questions, time speed, time distance 9 questions together. So these 2 chapters are giving you 9 questions. These 3 chapters together are giving you 8 questions. If I combine simple interest, compound interest, so 10 questions. So arithmetic and algebra together are the most important part. Followed by your permutation combination, probability, geometry. Yep, that's your important area. Yep, so this will be together as one section of 30 questions. Fine. So if you want to practice a few questions, start with arithmetic. There are going to be 9 to 10 questions based on arithmetic. Then time and work, time, speed, distance. Together these questions will be again 9 to 10 questions. Two chapters will give you 9 questions. Yeah, remember that. Then if you still have time, probability, permutation, combination, probability, geometry. These questions 6. So that's your mota-moti breakup of the topic. Yeah, which you have to work on. Alright. One part of that was DI, sorry, quant, and one part was a DI. So for example, quant contained two parts. Part 1 was a quant, part 2 was DI. 30 questions. So 2 tables, 10 marks, 1 bar chart 5 question, pie chart 5 question, data sufficiency 5 questions. So again, level of difficulty easy to medium. That was your one section, 30 questions. Yep. Fine. So DI can come as individually as one section in itself, which will contain 30 questions. Yep. Not very much calculation intensive questions. Moving to the verbal section. Verbal section is dominated by RCs. Lot of RCs. If you see, look at here, 28 questions are based on RC. So obviously RC will be the most important part of your verbal section. Antonym, synonyms, vocab based question, and 6 as well. So 11, 17 questions based on vocab. Parajumbles 7 questions, sentence correction 8 questions. So these two sections will be again RC, dominated by RC, vocab 17 basically antonym, synonyms, and fill in the blanks, all based on vocab. Sentence correction 8 questions and parajumble 7 questions. So that's your breakup for the verbal section. Yeah, verbal section is always lengthy in this area because there are a lot of RCs and a lot of parajumbles, which will take too much time to read. So be prepared for that. So basically what I'll advise you is start with the vocab based question, complete up all the vocab based question, then sentence correction, parajumbles, and then RC, so that we can optimize the attempt. Yep. So if I just want to summarize the verbal section, yep, RC is your main part, yep, which you have to work on. Vocab number 2, 17 questions, grammar 8, and parajumbles 7. Yep, that's your break of the exam. Yep, this will be equally divided among the 2 sections, verbal 1, verbal 2, 30 question each. Alright. So if I just summarize everything, so analytical reasoning, there will be 30 questions to start with. Fine, they can be from the traditional reasoning. Yep. And second section will contain verbal reasoning and other areas. Yep. Verbal 1 section will contain RC, mainly RCs, and other section will contain the non-RC things. So you can expect anything. So don't go with one section strong, one section weak, because everything is okay. Everything is important. Quant, 1 section will be normal quant, 1 section will be DI. 180 questions, 180 minutes. That's your target. Yeah, the problem is the time is fixed. For example, you are planning to leave RC and do other things. But if there is a section on RC fixed with 30 minutes, you have to do it. You can't avoid that topic. So that might act otherwise. Yep. So what I'm trying to say, you can't afford to lose anything. You have to do all the topic. Alright. All the best. Yeah. If you want more details about our program, please go to cetking.com for more details. Yeah. Alright.